last night with the Lakers getting blown out and Bronny James coming in. This is reality TV. This isn't competition. This is make a swish kid. This is, again, LeBron James has turned his son into the make a swish kid. And they're celebrating. Here's LeBron after the game. They get their butts kicked, but LeBron had his moment with Bronny in Cleveland. They're playing Bronny because they're in Cleveland. Let's bring our little make a swish kid out and have him run around Cleveland on the basketball court like he's done something, and like people in Cleveland give a damn about Bronny James. And look, the program, the bots, the people that have been brainwashed showed up at the arena and felt like they had some kind of special moment, but it's all an illusion. Play LeBron celebrating his son, 2-point basket.
LeBron, just looking for your perspective on that moment as well, and all the times that you've had here, Bronny growing up here, seeing him in the game, seeing him keep that composure like that. What was your sense of it all?
My sense is that he's better than I would have been in that situation. 20,000 fans screaming my name to get in the game and wanting me to be in the game, and if the roles reversed, I don't know if I would have been able to handle it. So, just commend him on his composure, the way he approaches, not only the game, but just approach, life in general. And to see him get his first NBA basket in this arena where he grew up, not too far away from here, it's an unbelievable moment. Unbelievable moment for him. First of all, for our family, it's just pretty cool to be a part of it.
The make a swish kid. I mean, seriously, that's what LeBron James is celebrating. And that's what those fans, if you've ever been to a spring football game where they bring out the Make-A-Wish kid and let him score a touchdown, that's what happened in Cleveland last night. And LeBron James is smiling ear to ear as he continues to take a dump on real competition. That is his legacy. Destruction of the NBA, has less relevancy than at any point in the last 20 years. That's LeBron James's legacy. Guys, everybody trying to put together a super team. Everybody doing jersey swaps. That's his legacy. He softened the game and made it easier and non-competitive to the point that one of the best coaches in the NBA saying, hey, we need to bring back fighting. I bet you if we allowed fighting, there'd be less jersey swaps post-game. You think if guys took swings at each other, hey, let's swap jerseys afterwards. There's no bad blood. Because these guys are all emasculated. They don't want bad blood. They all just want to be safe. They're choosing safety over freedom, over masculinity. The Make-A-Swish kid, Bronny James, scored his first bucket last night in Cleveland, and I think it's emblematic. I think it's an indicator of just how far LeBron has destroyed this league, that they're having spring football moments and letting the kids from the short bus score a basket. Your thoughts on the Make-A-Swish kid? Will you remember where you were when Bronny James hit his first bucket in the NBA, and perhaps his last?
It's funny you should say that. It was right around 8:55 p.m., 9 o'clock Pacific time. I had just gotten done watching a thrilling Jacksonville State upset over Liberty. Great athletic contest, right? And all of a sudden, all around L.A., I hear fireworks. It's like the 4th of July, just fireworks all over, right? It sounds like a battlefield in Beirut. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, LA is really into Bronny scoring his first basket. And then I look out the window, it's two cholos fighting in celebration. It says, oh, the Dodgers won the World Series. Okay, I get it. It's the Dodgers. Congratulations towards them. But yeah, I mean, Jason, in listening to your monologue there, the reality is this. I don't think anyone really cares, even though ESPN made it their front page story, I was told. But here's what's going on with the NBA quote unquote fans or their audience. They're on load management. And I've told you this before, when you devalue your own regular season to a point where in the first month you say, hey, we're sitting out games. Why? Well, we got to rest. You just came off an off season of 3 months, most of you guys. So when you tell us for years that our regular season games do not matter, and I'm sure there's anecdotal evidence where a guy works an extra overtime shift, saves up all his money, recycles cans, gets all the change from underneath the couch cushions to take his son to see his favorite NBA player, and they sit out without notice. What type of erosion do you think you are causing with the general public of America? And Jason, I don't think it's just LeBron James. Now, he is the biggest symbol here of the decline. And who do I place blame on? I think it's Adam Silver. I believe it's Greg Popovich. And it's individuals like Doc Rivers and even Dwayne Wade with what he's doing with his own family decisions. They are all emblematic of the NBA culture and also their philosophy and also their political beliefs. Then you add on to the fact that the games are very difficult to watch at times. So it's not just one thing, it's everything.
If you're having any concerns over how much you're paying for health insurance, click the link in my bio to schedule a call with the amazing team at Crowd Health. Crowd Health is revolutionizing healthcare. Pay your healthcare bills without the need for insurance. Click the link in my bio, schedule a call with Crowd Health today. Steve, I've chastised you in the past for not delivering your really powerful points as thoroughly as you should. I cannot complain today. The load management analogy is awesome and brilliant. That you're exactly right. This whole load management mentality, the fans are mirroring that. Like, hey, these games aren't really important. I'll wait until you guys get serious. I'm going to take this off. I'm not going to watch. I'll just follow the box score, check my fantasy lineup. But in terms of watching your product, you've told me this game isn't important.
Right.
So why should I take it? I just want the stats, and I can get those after the game, or I can follow the stats online. But literally, you've nailed this, Steve, because last night when they said before the game, yeah, we think we're going to put the Make-A-Swish kid out here, Bronny. They said that before the game. Ugh. He's in Cleveland. This is his hometown. We'll put the Make-A-Swish kid out there. They've already told you, like, hey, we're not taking this game that seriously. We're putting the Make-A-Swish kid out there. This is the load management. This is the legacy of LeBron James. And why I blame Adam Silver is because there's a lot of things NBA players wanted to do that David Stern would say, nah, we ain't doing that. And here's why. And I don't care if you don't like me. If you guys want to dress like rappers and gangbangers and sit on our bench, I'm going to put a dress code in. We're going to cut that out. And they called him racist. They called him this. They called him that. And he's like, nah, it's bad for business. They don't have that type of leadership anymore from Adam Silver. Whatever the players want to do, they do. And if literally all the way down to, I never agreed with removing Donald Sterling as an owner. And it's not because I'm in support of Donald Sterling, but miss me with, hey, this guy talks with a loose lip around his mistress the same way these players talk with loose lips around their mistresses and say all the same stuff that Donald Sterling, but just kowtowing to the players. They threw Donald Sterling out, and they've been drunk on their power ever since. And again, where I got it, your load management was so good, I think you're ignoring. I tried to throw you a layup by, referencing self-destruction. They're headed for self-destruction. I thought for sure I'd get a rap analogy out of you, but anyway, go ahead.
Well, I mean, Jason, you talk about the way they used to dress and how it was not palatable to David Stern and the rest of Middle America, where they'd wear lugs and Karl Kani and Nietzsche and oversized jerseys. Jason, look at the way they dress now. I want to go back to that. Forget the David Stern dress code. I want to go back to where guys were wearing like bomber jackets. No, seriously. And wearing like FUBU. Can we get the FUBU era back, by the way? Wasn't that for us, by us, and now it's by none of us? But, Jason, let me go back to the era of Kobe, Bean, Bryant. And look, it was not a perfect era. He had his faults. Even as a Laker fan, I don't like what happened at the end, where the franchise, in my view, and Jeannie Buss allowed it, Freda, set the franchise back a few years by hanging on to this avatar of him. But I remember when the Lakers, before they started making another championship run post Shaq, there were moments where I felt as though he had a knee injury. He was obviously worn out carrying that very mediocre team, and he put up these amazing numbers like 2 weeks in a row scoring 40 points, 3 games in a row scoring 50. I mean, it was his best basketball. It was actually in between the titles. It really was. It was right after Shaq and before Pau Gasol. And the sole reason you watched the game was, let's see if Kobe is really hot and if he can get 60. I mean, but you know, there was this one moment where he had a really bad knee and he shouldn't have played. And you could see he was hobbling. So he got the 40 points. They take him out, and they had a game in Utah, I believe. And if you read the stories, he was actually up all night on the team jet with Gary Vitti getting treatment the whole time. And basically, Kobe said, if there is a game scheduled, I will be playing it. You could not say load management to Kobe, Bean, Bryant. And that attitude and that persona was across the league. And here's one thing that you don't see anymore, Jason. And I'm a guy that grew up watching basketball a lot, believe it or not. There are no more Anthony Masons, Charles Oakleys, Maurice Lucases, even guys like Kurt Rambuses, guys that kept the peace. And I'm just thinking to myself, man, when you looked at those men, you said to yourself, man, those are some real enforcers. Where are those guys now? And so the whole game has changed, and player empowerment eventually leads to self-destruction. There you go, Jason. I tied it in together.
If you enjoyed that video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss a moment of Fearless.